Yo, how's it going? The man, the myth, the legend. Y'all quite literally have been asking for him on like several comments.
No, it's been way too long. Format hasn't been fun, and also I've just been busy with life, so I haven't had the chance to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In about 2 months or so. But the ban list definitely motivated me to come back.
That's fair. It's all good. It's good to see you, honestly.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But what did you play today?
Today I played something special. I know you guys are used to me playing a Spellbook Dogmatica or some variation. I know Judgment came back to 3. Don't worry, I have something in the works, but I needed something that I was more comfortable with to test for today. I played Runic for hire Horus.
Okay, we talked about this again. You are much better with this deck. I cannot. I tried piling it. I'm terrible. So
in my last round against Ogdotic, that deck, our pilot Isaac, you guys might have seen him. He top 16 to Philly.
Yeah.
But dude, I played through 3 hand traps, Imperm, Ash, and Bell. It was crazy, and then still did full combos. It was insane. So
nice.
There's just so much you can do with the deck.
Oh.
I can't wait to show you.
Show us now. Show us what we can do.
All right, let's get into the main deck, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Moving these out of the way. I'm going to start off with the Runic engine. Pretty simple. We got 2 Fountain, 3 Tip to Search, 3 Flashing Fire, 3 Freezing Curses, 3 Destruction, 3 Slumber. Those are all the good ones. And then I tech in 1 Runic Golden Droplet. This is kind of like the edgier one out of the group, where most people don't like to play this. But for me, this deck is very control based, and also I want to play a Runic spell that utilizes that it's just free, right? I mean, there's no like requirement like Dispelling or Smiting Storm where you can just activate it for the sake of activating it. Don't get me wrong, Dispelling and Smiting Storm are very good, but those only work under your opponent's established like interactions, where here, when you're going first, you want to resolve it as much as possible to make sure you can get to plays. And also, with Golden Droplet, because it's technically removing 5 cards from your opponent, the draw 1 and the banish 4, if you can resolve it twice within your turn and your opponent's like draw, standby, whenever, you're already taking away a 10th of their decks. It's easier for decking them out. But I haven't decked out anyone today, but it does like cut off a lot of their resources. The fact that you're banishing 4 like does a lot. So that's it for Runic. Next, we're playing the For Hire engine. We got the 1 Rufale, the 1 Beat, your 2 Monster Searcher. This one, I mean, these are probably the best 2, I would say, besides Rex. And what's nice about this deck is because of the Horus engine, if you draw these as bricks, it doesn't matter because you can just discard them, use the Horus monsters to make Donner, and then tribute Donner to get them back, and then trigger all your effects. It's amazing.
Wait, to make Donner. You know, I'll ask when we get there, right?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Yeah.
The next monster is 3 Rex, definitely your starter card. Definitely one of the best level 2s. Here, you search Speller Trap, and then you can banish it to add a a For Hire card from grave to hand, or you can special summon it, which really, the adding back to hand came up so much when it came to having like Mseti in hand, as well as like King Sark. Just, you need a discard.
That's disgusting.
And then the last monster is Dompa Marksman. This is your main like popper interaction card. When you like summon it off of Falgo, you'll always end on Falgo, Dompa with Rex Engrave, as well as Rafale. So the Rex will bring the disc back, triggering 1, 2, you pop, and then you add, and then the Falgo will drop 3.
Okay, makes sense.
And then the spells that you search off the Rex is 1 Mayhem, 1 Rookie. I'm more than happy with this ratio. You don't need to play more copies of either. You just need to make sure you have more than just 1 card to be able to add. I just like this as an extender, and then this plays around Imperm really well. If you go, like, let's say you open this, you draw phase, go Hugin discard. If they go Imperm, you just go Rookie, Tribute to get beat out, and you still get the Fountain. So
nice.
Nothing changes. And then the 3 Fossil Dick to search for the Rex. Crazy, he's a dinosaur. Just 6 copies. Alright, next for the Horus engine, we got 3 Mseti, 1 Dumatef, 1 Happy, and 1 of the Protector. I'm not going to bother pronouncing his name. I do play all of them because they all utilize...
I'm going to try to say his name.
Yeah, go for it.
No, keep going. I'm going to actually see if I can say his name.
So you use all of them in the combo because you actually need multiple names because if you just open King Sark or Mseti or a way to get to King Sark, that by itself is a 1 to 2 card Folgo for free, basically, and so you get your entire For Hire engine off the Horus cards. So.
Okay.
And I play 3 Kingstar. Just you want to open these up as much as possible. The fact that this is your whole For Hire engine is ridiculous.
Nice.
All right, and then for my non-engine, I play 2 Dark Ruler, 2 Evenly. I'm just messing around with the non-engine at the moment. I figured there'd be a lot of Labyrinth or like combo-based decks per se. I know Fire King doesn't really do much per se in the sense of board presence for Dark Ruler, but at least like Evenly comes in clutch. This was mainly for like Vanadium, for Orchist, for like a bunch of those types of decks, and then this was for Labyrinth and anything that just like builds a big field per se that I can play through.
Gotcha.
So the whole deck was 42 cards. Moving on to the extra deck, got my field centers and tokens. Shout outs to all the boys from Dream Wizards and Team Beige. You guys are the reasons why I still keep going with the game. And if anyone knows, I have quite the addiction towards the Seal of Orichalcos.
Very much so. This man has the mat too. It is amazing.
Beautiful. All right, extra deck, 1 Folgo. You don't need more than this. It does suck when you play against the guys who do play like Unicorn or something, or if they evenly this. But because of the Horus engine, you can actually play through it, which is fine. And then the 2 Donner, I haven't felt like I needed more than this, but also the extra deck is really tight, so I can't really like fit too much in here.
Fair.
2 SP Little Knight and IP Masquerena. Just generic, board clearance. You can end on Folgo, Hope Harbinger, and IP for the follow-up with Dampa, and then you can SP Little Knight your opponent and protect your Dampa and Masquerena from battle with the Hope Harbinger, which is really nice.
Do you feel like the second SP is like specifically significant, or is it just a good
No,
slot?
it's just a generic slot. It came up once. I might cut it because I do want to play a Photon Galaxy, Photon Lord.
Okay.
For the Galaxies as a monster negate, but at the same time, it's like I haven't decided, or it's going to be another Runic monster because I noticed I did run out of the monsters that I was playing very quickly. All right, next I do play 1 Apollosa. What's really nice is on the crackback turn, when you have all the Horus monsters in grave, you just, once you clear your opponent's field, you go into Apollosa, you bring it back, you make it 2400, 20 or 3200. So it's just one thing that For Hire never really had was like interruptions or negations. So Apollosa plus like Hope Harbinger or just like a combination of those cards really helps. And I even use Rafale a lot for his like monster effect. I try to make sure I always had like a For Hire in my hand to be able to discard off of it and just like utilize as much as possible. And same, Hope Harbinger protects the Apollosa from battle destruction, things like that. So moving on, I play 1 Chaos Angel. You can make this with Mseti and Hugin, really nice. The main reason for this is just, sure, it banishes a card, but you're just using it to protect all your monsters. That's the biggest thing that like For Hire or any like Runic deck struggles with, is just keeping your monsters on the field and protecting them, because you skip your battle phase, so you can't really like be offensive per se. You have to use your Runics to be offensive.
Yeah.
Where in this case, this protects your stuff, so you don't have to worry too much. You just kind of have to like protect the castle in that sense.
Okay.
Because Folgo would always get run over very easily through like a Fenrir or something like that, or just anything just like 2400 or bigger, just like crash into it.
Yeah.
Luckily, that saves it. Next off, for the XYZs, I play 1 Zombie Vampire, 1 Coach King, 1 Mannequin Cat, and 1 Titanic Galaxy. Mannequin Cat is probably the strange one that everyone thinks, like, why are you playing this? The main reason for this is what plays through Droll, Bell, and Ash, in the sense of if, let's say, they even imperm your Hugin as well. If you go normal Rex, you have the Hugin, you make Mannequin Cat, and then that gets the Hugin out of the extra monster zone. And if they hand trap you, let's say with Bell or Droll, you Mannequin Cat back the whatever hand trap they use, and then you can summon either Beat, Rex, or Dampa from your deck with Mannequin Cat, and then that also gets you into your For Hire engine. Zombie Vampire for the Horus stuff, which is really nice if you don't see your For Hires right away. Hope Harbinger is like the kind of nail in the coffin for negating spells. I noticed there's a lot of like impactful spells like the King Sark this format, and Orchestrated Babel is going to be a big one, and the Fire King Island. And since Fire King Island triggers when it's sent to the graveyard or banished, I'd rather like just like suck it up pretty much, so they don't get any advantage out of that. I did do that against Fire King in round 2, so that was really necessary. And then the Coach King was really cool because it just helps you draw 3, and also it's just like draws you 3, it burns them, as well as it's just like another monster. Just like facilitates like you do discard a lot in this deck, so you're trying to like recover your resources as fast as possible. So that's it for XCs, and then the last for the Runic fusions, just 2 Hugin, 1 Gary. I really want to fit like a Sleipnir in this deck, but it's just really hard. Maybe even like a what's it called, Munin, but Sleipnir would probably be my 4th target if I were to take out the second SP Little Knight. But everything else in the extra deck just felt like so necessary that like I really couldn't cut anything else. So that is everything for the extra deck. The last bit for the side deck, I played 2 Denko. I do think Labyrinth is going to be a very strong choice for the format, so I definitely want to test it out. And there's still a lot of like decks that still play like a lot of face downs and stuff like that. So this was mainly for Labyrinth because I felt like most of the time they don't react right away. When you start your turn, unless they have Eradicator, knowing that you're playing Runic. Yeah. But if they don't, then you just summon this, and then it's like, oh, okay, everything's turned off, and then I can just like destruction their back row, trigger things, go back and forth. Gotcha. Next for hand traps, I play 3 Droll, 3 Ash, and 2 Nibiru. I was playing 3-3-3, but I had to cut 1 Nibiru to be able to fit the second Denko in. Just generic hand traps, because you already see like your whole deck is it can go first easily, and it plays through hand traps. So your engine by itself, Runic as an engine is already like your hand traps already. It's like you have Imperms, you have MST, Raigeki Break, stuff like that through that engine. So you don't really need to play like Ash and Droll in the main deck. They're mainly for siding, and besides that, I mean, I'm pretty much happy with how like, this ratio turned out. Next up, got 1 Wiz. This is mainly for the combos I know are going to be like spell and trap heavy. I do side it in. Sure, when it's closer to time it does help, but you can do more with this just because it's a negate and like an extra name. That's really necessary. And you can also rookie away a Horus monster to summon the Wiz.
Alright, it's level 7, right?
Yep. And then he came back to 2, finally, 2 Pankratov. Dude, this card was awesome.
This card is nuts.
I love this card. Definitely better than Fenrir. If I could fit Fenrir in as well, I will play it, but thing is, I did try it in the main deck originally, and it didn't exactly synergize the best. Like, sure, it gets you that extra discard for King Sark or Imseti, but it just plays too much into Droll, and like, I don't want to break on it too much.
That's right.
And then the last 2 power spells, 1 Change of Heart, 1 Feather Duster for back row. And then what's nice about this deck is just like stealing their stuff just to be able to like bait out negates, anything like that. But also you just use it for your own material for like SP Little Knights and stuff like that, or Appaloosa things. So, or even because of typings, you just use it for higher links, and just makes everything so much like more fluid in that sense. So yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun today playing this deck. I mean, if you want a combo tutorial or like a combo guide, just to kind of like explain some of the like simple lineups for the deck, I can definitely show you in a future video. And then that's pretty much it. I definitely was quite the comeback per se, I would say. Like, just like showing up after not playing for a while and then like still being able to do well and stuff like that, and especially with a deck that I love and know how to play.
Yeah.
I think that was the best part. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to build success with this if I can, and just like mess around with it. But so far, I'm really happy with how the deck performed.
That's great to hear. Honestly, I'm happy like seeing you do well with this deck. Like this and Dogmatica, these are just like your children. So just seeing you do well and just basically innovate this deck is nuts. But with these shiny little games. But it's great to see you, man. Great hearing from you. Honestly, you already kind of did the shout-outs for Team Beige and everybody, so I repeat it. But yeah, yeah, I'm still terrible at like ending videos. But see you guys later. Stay bright.
Comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.
All right, stay bright. See you guys next time. Peace.